The opinions expressed by the host and guest on this program are solely their own and do not represent the views or opinions of Blind United. We strive to provide diverse perspectives and discussions on our platform, but the opinions expressed should be understood as personal viewpoints and not reflective of Blind United as an organization.
It's time. It's time for
coffee time.
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 And here is your coffee time crew.
Well, good morning, everyone. And as always, welcome back to Coffee Time with Blind United. Just me and my brother Pedro today. So good morning, Pedro.
Good morning, guys. Good morning. How's everybody doing? How you doing there?
I'm good. Just right now, I'm looking for this other article you was talking about.
Oh,
but,
okay. Great, great, good. Well, I'm having a great morning. Just sipping a little bit on that midnight roast from Starbucks, guys. I did me a one of them pods. I put it in the cake, Ooh, and it's good, man. Those coffees are good, So, that's how my morning's going. And we're on a Wednesday morning, and tonight interest groups, Ed.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, Pedro. I'm sorry.
Tonight's interest groups.
Yeah, tonight we got getting the most out of Meta AI, out of your Meta Ray-Ban.
All right, right.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
guys, if you thinking of getting a pair, if you're thinking of how do you use them, how does it sound? Our colleague George has a good demos that sometimes he comes in, and most of the time he's there demonstrating, and you will be able to experience the AI meta voice. You will be able to hear it and see see how George makes them work for everyday use as a visually impaired or completely blind individual. So that's tonight, 6 p.m. PlayStation time, 7 p.m. Mountain time, and so on and so on. But our scholarship winners, they're gonna be in there. They're gonna be trying out their um Ray-Ban Meta glasses. We're gonna talk about some of the steps on how to go find the Meta AI app, recently known as the Meta View application. Now is Meta AI, and some of the steps on probably syncing them, connecting them, and adjusting them to your liking. And maybe activating early access features. I know I have to go through it again. I lost access, so I have to turn it off, turn it back on, and see what happens. But if you guys are interested, you can find more at www.blindunited.org or contact us at info@blindunited.org.
Right. Well, thank you, sir. I'm still looking, but anyway, let's just go ahead and jump into this first article, and by that time I'll be done found this other one.
All right, so let's do
and
it.
then we'll talk about it on the other end.
Hey, Blind United crew. Grab your favorite mug, because today we're diving into a super cool material that sounds straight out of a sci-fi movie, but is very real and very useful: aluminum foam. Imagine taking solid aluminum and somehow making it light and airy like a sponge, but still strong. That's essentially what aluminum foam is. It's created by trapping gas bubbles in molten aluminum, resulting in a unique, porous structure. This gives it some amazing abilities that traditional aluminum doesn't have. Why is this foamy metal so special? Super lightweight, because it's full of tiny air pockets. It's incredibly light, which is fantastic for things like cars and airplanes. Strong and shock-absorbing. Despite its lightness, its unique structure allows it to absorb impacts really well. Think of it like a metal cushion. Soundproofing. Those air pockets aren't just for lightness. They also help muffle sound, making it a great material for quiet spaces. Insulation. It can even help keep things warm or cool, acting as a decent thermal insulator. Where is aluminum foam used? This innovative material is making waves in several industries because of its incredible properties. Cars and airplanes. It's used to make vehicles lighter, which means better fuel efficiency. Plus, its ability to absorb energy makes it great for safety in crash structures. Construction. You'll find it in lightweight building panels for both strength and sound insulation. Packaging. It can protect sensitive items during shipping due to its energy-absorbing qualities. Safety influence. What you should know. When we talk about the safety aspects of aluminum foam, we're mainly looking at its production and handling, rather than its use in finished products. Dust control. Just like working with any metal, creating and processing aluminum foam can generate fine dust. Manufacturers need to ensure proper ventilation and protective gear for workers to avoid inhaling these particles. Recycling. Aluminum foam is recyclable, which is a big plus for sustainability and environmental responsibility. The unique structure might require specific recycling methods to handle it efficiently and safely. In summary, aluminum foam is a fascinating example of how materials science is constantly evolving to create solutions that are lighter, stronger, and safer. It's playing an important role in making our world more efficient and secure, showcasing how access to new technologies benefits us all and supports our mission of inclusion. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you ever encountered aluminum foam, or can you think of other surprising materials with unique properties? Share your comments below. Now back to the BU crew for their thoughts.
All right. Well, I brought that because it was something I was doing last night. I was bumping around on YouTube. I didn't know about this aluminum foam, man. This is some crazy stuff right here. Uh, it's supposedly it's still strong as what aluminum can be, but because it's got these air bubbles in it, it just again you got more strength in a lighter material, but it also has this safety implication, for crashes and stuff like that because rather than destroy the front of your car or whatever, you got this apparatus up there made out of this aluminum foam that actually it crushes and absorbs the impact rather than tear up your whole car. So, there's some crazy stuff here,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, yeah. Some different type of applications for this type of material. I know they were saying it's for soundproofing panels and stuff like that. As a as a producer, sometimes you want to have these on your wall. You're gonna want a wall and things like that to keep up the more noise, let's say from the lobby or other rooms if you have a home studio and things like that. If they're lightweight, because the material that we use or when you buy these panels are fiberglass panels, you know, and they're pretty heavy. If you could reuse these for that, man, that'd be pretty nice because then get the lightweight material, even in cramped office spaces, that sometimes you'll be like, man, I could hear people through the wall. These could come in really, really handy for building material within those buildings as well. And as Ed said, that cars that have this type of building material can help reduce car damages, car deaths, and injuries as well. And most likely they already use them in aircrafts, right, Ed?
Well, as they're saying, they're using them in the automotive and the airplanes right now. But again, they can use this in the spaceships. They can use this, man. They can use this in the actual shipping. You know what I'm saying? Warships and stuff. Where if they get shot with a torpedo or whatever, bottom line is it'll absorb the blast rather than just bust a hole through it. Right?
Yeah, you could probably distribute the force and all that.
Right.
Yeah.
So it sounds like some really, really promising stuff, man. You know.
Yes, even for buildings and earthquakes, to absorb some of the shock, because some of our buildings move, but some of these joints could have some of this to absorb some of these shocks.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
a lot of ways to use it, right?
of course, there's going to be a lot of different ways to use it. I mean, even like they were saying, if when you're listening to the article, I mean, like right now, I got a couple of them aluminum thermal cups here that I use, right? But I mean, there's sheets of aluminum that they just created to put a barrier between, so it's got an air pocket in the middle,
Hmm.
okay? So the aluminum inside stays cold, and then the aluminum outside keeps the heat from getting into the inside. But imagine just having a cup made out of this, aluminum foam, right?
Hmm.
Now, I mean, it's just, it's, man, ice chest, I mean, stuff like that. I mean, you know, it's just so many different applications. I believe that this thing will be able to, you know, again, this man, there's just so many practical uses, is the way I see it, anyway.
Yes, yeah, yeah, different uses and things like that. So, as we advance and continue going, and we end up making stronger materials, lighter materials that could withstand more damage and wear and tear, so, and depending on the technique of the recycling technique, I would like to know a little more about that, because if it's recyclable and it's not too hard to do, it won't be too expensive to do. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I know you're reading comments, but yeah, so depending on the way that it's recycled, if it's able to be recyclable, and the percentage of the material, how much of it can be recyclable, would can also, we can avoid like plastic. Man, we have so much plastic, microplastics everywhere, even in the sea. So we gotta move away from plastic, you know and
exactly.
we need more materials that we can do that, because you know unfortunately we're in a sea of microplastics.
Well, I mean, and again, again, this is something that can be recycled. You know what I'm saying? Is something that has, like I said, the safety, appeal to it as far as, using it in, man, I don't know if you heard, but in there, they're also putting it in buildings. You know what I'm saying? You can
Hmm.
use this as, paneling or whatever to create your soundproofing or your thermal proofing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
a
just
good
so many
insulator.
different, things that you can do with this stuff, man. I just thought it was amazing that they came up with this process to be able to get. When I was listening to the YouTube thing about it, they said the issue was getting the air bubbles in there without them bursting.
Mm.
So that was a process. But once they got it figured out, now you can take this from, and do it in several different thicknesses. The
Yeah.
thicker it is, the stronger it is, the more shock it can absorb, all this other kind of stuff. That's why I say, in cars and stuff, one thing they were talking about taking, and nowadays how all the cars have like a plastic bumper cover
Hmm.
with a steel bumper or whatever underneath, right?
Yeah.
Well, now you can do it with this aluminum, which is going to be a lot lighter than the steel, right? Uh, and give you a little bit more mileage and whatnot. But at the same time, it's going to absorb that. You imagine that with the already, because I don't know if you know this, Pedro, but a lot of the bumpers now actually have shock absorbers on them.
Hmm.
Okay. So, I mean, this aluminum bar per se that would absorb the impact, as well as having these shock absorbers. chances are, man, the only thing you got to replace is your bumper and your bumper cover when you have an accident or something, rather than have to replace the whole front end of your car,
Mm,
or if you get hit from the rear, basically the same thing, just depending on how you take the impact, I guess. But,
mhm.
I mean, they're putting this like,
Well, man, imagine putting these in door panels and stuff like that, and T-bone impacts and stuff like that can end up saving lives,
well,
and
and that's what I was listening to. I mean, when I was listening to the thing, like I said, they're actually making body parts, like the fenders and door skins and trunk lids and hoods and all that stuff,
mhm.
where it's got all of this. It's really light material, but you know, it's very, again, it's aluminum. It's flexible. I mean, this it's got so many different advantages to using it, besides the fact that it's recyclable,
You think
and
you think this be able to have a outer space application for
yeah,
the space station?
yeah, I really do.
Because they could get a lot of it if it's light, and with these rockets and the fuel and all that, it's the lighter the better, you
Right,
know?
and that's the whole point. I mean, they didn't say that they're using it in spacecrafts yet, rockets and stuff, but if they're using it in airplanes, they're only one step away.
Mhm, mhm.
I mean, and I think that's what they're doing right now. They're using it in the aircrafts and stuff, just to kind of get more data on it and all that other kind of stuff. Because dealing with airplanes, you got a lot of turbulence. The skin has really got to be flexible. I was listening to it, and they were talking about that. What is that? The the bus one. What do they call it? The sky bus or whatever it is. It's bigger than the 747. It's taller and wider and all of that, right? But they're saying that plane, when it's sitting on the ground,
The
it's actually
757?
uh, well, it's the Airbus,
Oh, okay, okay.
whatever the number of the Airbus is. But bottom line, when that plane is sitting on the ground, it actually bows because it's just that flexible. The body
Mm.
doesn't straighten out. The fuselage does not straighten out till it gets up in the air. Okay, that's crazy. But again, it's necessary, when it's hitting those turbulence and stuff like that. It has to have surface that will actually, uh,
Like,
uh,
move a little.
yeah, move a little bit, have a little flexibility to it.
Mhm, mhm.
I mean, the skin on the wings, they start with 1 inch thick aluminum panels. That's a lot of aluminum. That's thick. I mean, that's really really strong. But imagine now having that, whereas you could do like say 1.5 inches of this air foam. I mean, this aluminum foam, which would be lighter, right? Because it's got the air in it, but it would possibly be stronger because it's got that
Mhm.
again the air bubble supposedly some kind of way adds strength to it as well, if that makes sense, because you got like that honeycomb kind of thing going on in there.
Yeah, yes, yes. It's kinda like, how can I cone shapes, and it kinda like a triangle shapes. They use this designed, the, engineers use that design, that triangle type design to build harder and stur and sturdy, like steady, bridges. And something about that like type of pattern makes really hard surfaces, and you know so
Right.
I guess they're using that now, that type of air bubble, like honeycomb shape stuff like that. That's crazy that they are
Right.
able to find different techniques, because even in bridge building, they figured out different techniques on building different bridges and different even like, I was telling you the triangle stuff they do to make a better a bridge and stuff like that. They figure out tactics little by little. We keep progressing, so I wonder what type of materials we're gonna end up seeing in the next 5 to 10 years.
I don't know, man, but I do know also they were talking about in the article, and we're going to move on, but how they can use this as kind of like skin on certain buildings or whatever to protect from blast. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like they were saying, like if the plane that tried to in 9/11 that tried to hit the Pentagon,
Hmm.
if the Pentagon would have been, had a skin of this aluminum foam, it would have been able to absorb the impact. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? So I mean, it's some crazy great stuff. So, but
mm.
anyway, I'm always thankful for advancements in technology. And this is just another step in the evolution of technology and all the different things that they're going to keep doing. Being able to work out and improve, life for everybody with this stuff. So anyway, let's jump into these promos. I don't know if you noticed, Pedro, I did get that other article in there. So we'll move on to the second one, and then after these promos, and I'll check the comments.
If you'd like to know more about Blind United, you can visit our website at blindunited.org. You can email us at info@blindunited.org. You can call us at 909-846-8825. You can follow us on Instagram at Blind United Interest Groups. You can follow us on X at Blind United 22. You can watch our YouTube channel, Blind United. You could join our Facebook group, Blind United Interest Groups, or you can follow our Facebook page, Blind United.
Hustling jingles, $10 a shot. Birthday beats and holiday knocks. Gotcha covered for the ones you love. Personalized joy like a custom glove. Get your jingle hot and fresh. Info at blindunited.org. $10 only, no more, no less. We make memories you can't afford. Got a catchy tune for your babe. Poppin' beats like dreams we crave. For Mama's Day or Papa's cheer, let's make smiles from ear to ear. Get your jingle hot and fresh. Info at blindunited.org. $10 only, no more, no less. We make memories you can't afford.
All right, well, come on, y'all. We got Father's Day coming up. We got all kind of graduations jumping off all over the place. I mean, we just had a graduation party on Sunday. So I mean, man, ain't nothing like these unique jingles. You know what I'm saying? It's personalized. Get one for your grad, get one for your dad, whatever the case may be. We got them for you. Info at blindunited.org, and we'll make sure you get a link. Matter of fact, soon, very, very soon, you can just go again to our website, www.blindunited.org, and you'll be able to find a link right there for this, for getting your jingles, and as well as many other different things that Blind United has got going on. So, anyway, this one here, I mean, this is something we preach all the time, Pedro. This is something that we, talk about and do within our groups and stuff like that, especially our text groups and stuff like that. So anyway, check this out, and then we'll, elaborate a little bit more on the other side.
Hey, Blind United crew. Grab your favorite mug, because today we're chatting about something really exciting that's right in the palm of your hand. How everyday smartphone apps, combined with amazing accessibility features, are truly unlocking our world and boosting independence. We talk a lot about specialized assistive technology, which is incredibly vital. But sometimes, the most powerful tools are the ones everyone else is already using, just with a little know-how. This is all about increasing our access and inclusion in everyday life through technology. Think about it. Navigating your neighborhood, apps like Google Maps or Apple Maps, when used with VoiceOver or TalkBack, can give you turn-by-turn directions, tell you about points of interest, and even help you find public transit. This isn't just about getting from A to B. It's about independence and exploring your community. Shopping made simpler. Grocery store apps let you build lists, find items in aisles, and check prices. Coupled with your screen reader, this makes shopping more efficient and less stressful, empowering you to manage your errands with confidence. Reading anything, anytime, need to quickly read a label, a document, or even a menu. Apps that use your phone's camera for optical character recognition, OCR, can read text aloud almost instantly. This is a game changer for instant access to information. Connecting and communicating. Of course, social media apps, messaging apps, and video call platforms allow us to build incredible community connections, share personal stories of triumph, and stay in touch with friends and family, just like everyone else. These are just a few examples of how familiar apps, when paired with the built-in accessibility features on our devices, become powerful tools for independence. It's about ensuring we all have access to the same opportunities and are fully included in society. We'd love to hear your thoughts. What are your favorite everyday apps that you use to boost your independence? Share your tips and tricks in the comments below. Now back to the BU crew for their thoughts.
Well, I mean, again, like I said, we talk about this all the time. I mean, my phone is my toolbox, as I call it. You know, I can remember back when I was going through training center and all that kind of stuff, and they kept trying to give me, oh, well, here's this device, it'll read your money. Here's this device, it'll, tell you what color things are. Here's this device, it'll do this. Here's that device, it'll do that. I mean, next thing you know, you need a suitcase to drag all these damn devices around with you, right? Because you need them when you're out and about. Well, I mean, I always said back then, and there wasn't a whole lot available like there is now. Man, give me an app. Let me put that stuff on my phone. I don't like backpacks. Pedro will tell you, I don't carry a backpack. I refuse. But anyway, all this stuff is in my phone. You know what I'm saying? What I use is in my phone. Every couple of weeks on Pedro's group, he's showing us different things with these different apps that he has discovered and showing us what they can do and showing us how to use them and stuff like that. And that's in the advanced technology. In the basic stuff, we teach you how to, just basic navigation of the phone. But at the same time, once you learn that, now it's about learning how to basically navigate these various apps and stuff. There's so many different apps out there that can do so much different stuff for you. I mean, you probably go crazy trying to figure it out all by yourself. You know what I'm saying? You need people like us that have been around the block and are using these things and know what works. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, go ahead, Pedro, because I know you got quite a bit to say about this.
I haven't been around the block. I don't know what you're talking about. Nah. But that aside, yes, you know, able to access these applications through your phone and have a versatility of multiple applications across your iOS platform. And for the beginners, that's your iPhones. That's the operating system. You know, able to access like your bank app, able to access the Apple's live recognition feature, um even setting up shortcuts to help you do things without really going into some of the settings. The iPhone brings all this accessibility in your hands, and some of those features that I just mentioned are not accessibility features, but there are for productivity, and they are accessible because of the iPhone platform, and able to utilize like Be My Eyes, Seeing AI. That all started back from Tap Tap C. Even back then with the NF with the what was it? Now it's the Newsline, NFB Newsline, but it used to be the
Yeah.
NFK Reader.
Well,
You
what was
know,
it? NFB, what was it? KNFB reader.
yeah,
It was Criswell and partnered up with NFB to create the first
exactly. And
app.
and these applications help us access the world. If you do have some of these high-end iPhone models, um, they come with like door detection, um, but you can still access some of these features without having some of these expensive iPhones. For example, the live recognition can recognize artwork, flowers, and all that. I remember when I was on one of my classes on the our interest groups at Blind United, and if you'd like to know more info at blindunited.org, we was demonstrating this. I was starting to concentrate what was on the table, but the live recognition said a Frida painting in the background, described it to me. But if you noticed, it said a Frida painting from the artist that my better half loves, and she had a painting there. It recognized it. And I think this was on board device right there that described that. So
Right.
these little features can surprise you, could come in handy. Sometimes we find ourselves in certain situations where we are by ourselves, and you can access tools within iPhone. But now a new game changer has come to our community in is these wearables that you wear on your face. It could be the Echo Vision. In my preference right now is the Ray-Ban Meta glasses, and we do have a class on that, how you are able to utilize the Ray-Ban Meta glasses for you, how to customize it and how to prompt it, giving it instructions, and if you have questions on those things I mentioned, you can come join us. And we do that twice a month. Me, Ed, and our colleague George, you know, and any of us, if Ed don't have an answer, I might have an answer. If I don't have an answer, George may have an answer. And we are in Blind United, we believe having access to these applications, having access to being independent, empowers you to live the life you want. And we heard that saying before, and that's a popular saying from the NFB. We want to live the life we want, and that's being fully independent and not having no one help. For example, for myself, I love to be independent in my banking and all that, even in my ATM transactions. So I just get a ride. I get off the car and do my thing, plug in my headphones when I don't want to go inside, and I do my thing. You know, even though it's a learning curve, almost every ATM has a different way of navigating. But man, able to do all that through my iPhone, deposit checks, Zelle people, able to read a letter, able to read my mail, able to read some labels, able to, uh, what was that pin friend? Now you could use the pin friend through the iPhone too.
Right. Right. I think they didn't change the name of it up now. I don't think it's necessarily called PinFriend anymore, but it's basically the same device, you know.
Yeah,
But imagine this, like with some of these apps I've noticed, like in what is it? If it wasn't Envision, then it was Be My. I'm sorry. What was the other one? The
tap tap
in
see.
No, no, no. The other one, not Be My Eyes, but the eye one. It's got eye in it, but there's so many of them out there. I can't keep up with all of them right now. But anyway,
Ira,
you can. No, 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 no. It's like the Envision one. What was the other one that came out first?
Envision. I don't know. Let's just keep going.
But anyway,
Hmm.
they have a feature in them, and I believe this feature is also within the Meta umbrella now, to where it has the memory, and I can take a picture of Pedro and say, okay, remember this is Pedro, right? And then now I come walking into the room and I have my live AI on, and I scan the room and I said, do you see Pedro? And it'll spot Pedro, and there's yeah, Pedro's up
The
to
oral cam.
whatever. No, no, it's still not it. But anyway, keep
Well,
going. We'll get there sooner or
yeah, we
later,
get there
right?
soon, but yeah.
But
Um,
anyway, now I said I can see Pedro. He's in the room. I'm coming to meet him. So now I can say,
mhm,
okay, well, give me directions. Is there a clear path to Pedro? Whatever, and it'll help me get over there to where he's at, rather than having to walk in the door and say, "Hey, Pedro," start hollering, which is we're really good for that. But again, it
mhm,
just makes life so much easier. It allows us to live life, more what other people would call in a normal sense, to where we don't have to do all that hollering and stuff. We don't need somebody to guide us into the room. How about you got somebody to guide you, don't even know what the hell Pedro look like? Oh, well, I don't know who Pedro is. Of course you don't.
mhm.
But if I got something that can help me with that, man, it just makes life so much easier. You know what I'm saying? And allows us to function in the way we really truly want to function.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is a lot of good little stuff going on out there right now with this stuff.
Yes, yes. And if you are listening and you do use a chat GPT, try going live with the voice mode, and you will see if you have your iPhone now, there's access to camera. You can turn on your camera and ChatGPT can see what's going on in front of you and guide you if you prefer that, if you don't have Ray-Ban glasses. And this is free. I
Yeah,
believe it's in the free tier, and you're able to prompt it and let it know that you're blind, and you would like it to guide you. Can It tells you where the obstacles are, if they're at left or right. You could probably even prompt it, tell it, you could tell me 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, or vice versa. You could use those type of directions. They have a certain name. I don't want to butcher the name, so I'm not even gonna try to say the name. It starts with a C. Cardinal directions, maybe. Um, but we're starting to get more access, more tools presented to us, and it's done through our mobile device. I know y'all might not be too much into the tech world, but two major figures in the tech world just got together, and we're talking about a revolutionary device coming that is all voice, all voice, no screens, no nothing, just voice. And supposedly this device might be the device that goes between you and your phone, or might be a standalone device. And they're claiming the one that uh pioneered and designed the iPhone is one of the people. I don't want to butcher his name, so I'm not even gonna mention his name. He's coming out of Apple with another tech person that is respected in his field, and they're talking about this device. They haven't they haven't showed it off or anything like that, but the claims that they are stating is that this is going to be a game changer.
I got that name for you now. It's Seeing AI.
Okay, seeing AI. Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
I was
yeah.
gonna say that, but you said it starts with an I, so I didn't even bother.
Uh, I
But
couldn't remember what I just had to think about it for a minute. But again, technology, man, I mean, whether it's for us, I mean, right now we are living in the greatest time in the history for blind people.
with the
I mean,
golden age, I will call it for blind people.
I want to say that. So I guess coming down the road is what gold. Well, it's this. If you're calling this gold, I guess platinum is down the road. I mean, because I only see it getting better.
Yeah,
I,
yeah, yeah. We're in the
yeah,
beginning, the precipice of. We're barely going up the hill because we're barely in the beginning of stabilizing and having great computing power in small devices. You
exactly.
know, and when the iPhone was first introduced in 2008, it was a game changer to the entire world with the different technologies coming together in this device. And now it changed the game. And just to put it in a smaller scale, I believe AI and having accessibility next to AI, and us having accessible, able to access this AI with this technology in these modern phones, man, it's the beginning of something that is going to start game changing for us.
Well, all I can do is stay tuned, and bottom line, there's going to be a lot more of these kind of things coming as time goes on. There's constantly going to be updates to the stuff we already have, as well as introduction of some new products and whatnot. So, again, just stay tuned. So, let's jump into these last couple promos, and then we got one more article for you. Did you know Blind United offers free training in assistive technology? We call them interest groups. We offer training in JAWS, NVDA, iPhone, iPad, as well as Meta Ray-Bans. We also have groups like support group, cooking groups, and crafting groups. There are also groups for entertainment like movie night and RS game night. For more information about all the interest groups that we offer, just email us at info@blindunited.org or visit our Facebook group, Blind United Interest Group. We would love to have you be part of the Blind United crew.
June 21st, got a vibe so right. Come through the service and a day tonight. It's Blind United, yeah, we're bringing the flair. Crafts and colors floating in the air. Jewels that shine, lotion so smooth. Mosaics, baked goods, handmade grooves. You don't wanna miss this artful affair. Blind made magic, love everywhere. Jewel that shine, lotion so smooth. Mosaics, baked goods, handmade grooves. You don't wanna miss this artful affair. Blind made magic, love everywhere. You want a table, just 25 bucks. Bring your vision, your craft, your luck. Vendors welcome, come show your pride. Let your work shine, let your soul ride. It's more than a fair, it's a moment to share with a community that truly cares. So email us now, don't miss your spot. info@blindunited.org, we got a lot. Jewels that shine, lotion so smooth. Mosaics, baked goods, handmade grooves. You don't wanna miss this artful affair. Blind made magic, love everywhere. So come vibe with the crew, enjoy the day. Blind United has got it set our way. June 21st, bring your smile and light. Art and love, yeah, we'll shine so bright.
All right. Well, I mean, again, if you're in Southern California and you'd like to participate in the crafting event, showcase, we got a product you trying to get out there. And bottom line, get at us, info@blindunited.org, $25 donation and get you a table. And man, I just hope you make $1,000,000. The cutoff for that is going to be June the 10th. And once we get past that cutoff, then we will compile a list and get it out to you guys so the various products and stuff that will actually be there. Right now, I can tell you that just like the jingle says, there's going to be mosaics, there's going to be some jewelry, there's going to be some baked goods. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be all kind of stuff. So anyway, we can have a detailed list once we get the cutoff done and we know exactly who all is going to be there. So anyway, if you want to do that, cutoff time is in June. If not, like I said, you can start stacking your chips and come on out and support. And, like I said, maybe you want to buy some of those mosaics or jewelry or baked goods or whatever. We'd be more than happy to have you. We appreciate you coming out and participating and supporting what we're trying to do here at Blind United. So anyway, this next one is actually, this next article is about Blind United and the impact in essence, of what our interest groups is having on our community. So check this out.
Hello, Blind United crew. Grab your favorite beverage because today we're talking about something truly special that lights up our week, the incredible power of connection you find in our Blind United interest groups. You know our groups cover a wide range of fascinating, from mastering assistive technology and learning Braille to exploring music history and getting creative in arts and crafts. Each group offers valuable skills and knowledge, helping to boost your independence and open up new avenues of access. But what many people discover, often unexpectedly, is that the magic truly happens in the shared experience and the vibrant community that blossoms within these virtual rooms. It's about that moment when someone shares a tech tip that finally clicks for you, or when you realize others are navigating similar challenges and triumphs. This isn't just about learning. It's about building a network of camaraderie that provides genuine hope and empowerment. Think about it. Shared understanding. In our support groups, it's a space where you can share your experiences, frustrations, and successes without needing to explain the basics. That deep level of understanding fosters trust and connection. Peer-to-peer learning. Sometimes, the best advice comes from someone who's walked a similar path. Whether it's in tech tips and tricks or introduction to the iPhone, members often share personal insights that make all the difference. This collaborative learning environment truly enhances access to practical knowledge. Building confidence. Trying new things like cooking in the blind kitchen or exploring new travel ideas in travel and culture becomes less daunting when you're doing it alongside supportive peers who cheer you on. This collective encouragement helps build self-sufficiency. Beyond the topic, while a group might be focused on advocacy or AI for beginners, the conversations often extend, forming friendships, leading to networking opportunities, and even sparking new ideas for personal growth. It's about being fully included and engaged. Personal stories of triumph. Within these connections, countless personal stories of triumph unfold, from mastering a new skill, to finding a new hobby, to simply feeling more confident stepping out into the world. These stories inspire us all. Our interest groups are more than just scheduled meetings. They are living, breathing communities where friendships are forged, skills are honed, and confidence flourishes. They are a testament to the fact that while we strive for independence, we are truly stronger and more joyful when we connect. We'd love to hear your thoughts. What's your favorite part about being connected with the Blind United crew, or what's one thing you've gained from an interest group beyond just the topic itself? Share your comments below. Now back to the BU crew for their thoughts.
So anyway, just to give you folks a little history, I mean, the interest groups is actually what got us started. I mean, it was all about a way to try to provide some, assistance to people that were struggling with tech and stuff like that, you know, for free. I mean, again, that's something the article doesn't state. Everything in Blind United interest groups is free. I mean, whether you're coming in to learn how to do the more advanced stuff with Pedro, or whether you come in to do learn the basics of navigating your iPhone with me, or the tech tips and tricks with George, right? Like tonight with the Meta AI, whatever. All this stuff is free. Where are you going to get this kind of training for free? Ain't nobody giving this stuff up for nothing. Nobody but Blind United anyway. And then just to round it out again, we need support groups. I love the support group. The fact that I don't have to come in there and explain my blindness to anybody, and we can talk about everyday topics, but also have that understanding of going through that issue as a blind person. It's already understood. You know what I'm saying? Like the article says, you ain't got to explain none of that. It just makes it so much, the camaraderie. I mean, RS Games. I mean, again, we talking about technology. Who would have ever thought there'd be a platform where we could all be all over the country, all over the world, we can get together and we can play board games like Monopoly or card games like Uno or whatever together. Okay. I mean, it's just something to do. I mean, the movie night, every Friday night, I show a descriptive movie. You know what I'm saying? Come on in, hang out, enjoy your popcorn in the comfort of your own home. You know what I'm saying? Do what you do, whatever it is you do. I mean, you ain't got to worry about it. It's free. It's all there. It's for you. That's what we do this for. But anyway, everything else we've done has grown out of that. And now, a lot of people might be saying, "Oh, well, I know Blind United because of coffee time." Coffee time was an afterthought, y'all. We started this long after we had already started the interest group. So, but anyway, I love doing the interest groups. It keeps me busy. It keeps, I learning new people. I've made a lot of relationships with people. Of course, I've never actually met them in person yet, but I have so many new folks that are part of my life that are across the country. uh, you know, that these interest groups have brought people in. I mean, it just, man, we got people all over the country join our interest groups now. So, I mean, it's just been a lot of fun. And I look forward to keeping it going. Look forward to, adding new groups. Maybe some older groups might fall to the wayside or whatever. But again, we try to promote everything we do. Look at the crafting event we got going on. That came out of our crafting interest group. So anyway, I can talk about this all day long, Pedro. So I'm gonna shut up and let you have it for a minute.
Yeah, folks. So we do offer these services, like Ed said, at a free cost. If you have questions, regarding JAWS, we got two JAWS groups. We got tips, and then we got basic JAWS with another of our colleagues. Great man. He actually, both of these people, George and Andrew, uh, they are well respected in their fields. They teach accessibility. Uh, that's their profession, and they're coming, volunteering, and providing their time for free to help our community. Our people, our participants, to excel, to expand their horizons within their accessibility technologies. And I'm there to teach the iOS, to help people understand, the basics, intermediate, even advanced users. So I go into some basic accessibility features that could even move into topics like using your shortcuts app for certain things. You could set up shortcuts gestures to do a phone recording, or set off your voice recorder when you want to by a gesture anywhere on your screen. So little things like that, tech bits like that, we have in our interest group. So if you want to be joining us, info at blindunited.org. You could come and find some of these golden nuggets, is what I call them. Sometimes even I find a golden nugget. So sometimes, we have an open forum. And I love to do these open forums because sometimes I don't have a set plan on what I'm going to show. I might just do a quick demonstration, but I know that my participants in my technology group want to ask me questions, and that's why I do an open forum so they can ask me questions, and I could go and help them with their problems as well. So it's not only what I'm teaching or what we teaching. We also open up the floor for any person that might have a problem, or like what we learned in some of our other groups, some of our participants have knowledge as well. So, you know,
Exactly.
we
Just a
love.
community sharing with each other.
It's the community coming along and sharing with each other. We're nationwide, just as our reach with our coffee time show. So, we have people from all over the United States, and we have a few out of that are international, but sometimes our schedules don't coincides with their schedule. So sometimes they're in there, and sometimes they're not. But if you want to participate, once again, you can get a hold of us. And our support group with Dominic Martin is one of our popular groups. It's a support group. So Dominic always has a topic, but he always has a twist to that topic that makes you go and scratch your head and say, "What? I didn't thought about that." So, that's another popular group. Then we have a day for the ladies' night. It's what we call it. But we have groups for support group for the ladies, skincare and makeup for the ladies. It's a whole ladies' night, so if you ladies want to be a part of that, y'all could get in contact with us and we could put you in our reminders list that go out every night or morning of our interest groups, so so come out and hang out with us, get to know your community. Even if you just want to come out, hang out, and grab a bucket of popcorn with a Coke and sit down and listen to a descriptive audio movie with us on Friday. You know? So there's all types of different groups, different varieties. We even have a uh uh music history with one of our friends that he does that, another colleague. So so many different groups that you guys may want to participate that are as games sometimes can go on for a few hours playing Monopoly, Yahtzee, Man's Against Humanity. They have all kinds of games. They even got blackjack and stuff like that. So
Slot machines,
the
all different type of
battleship.
dice games. There's just so many games in there. But bottom line, we put out. There's actually 22 interest groups on the list. And you can access that list also by visiting our website at www.blindunited.org. The schedule is also posted there, and you can click on the link right there to join the group if it's taking place at the time you view it. But anyway, again, these are 22 different groups, and mind you, some of these groups are once a month. Some of these groups are twice a month. It might be the first and third week of the month. It might be the second and fourth week of the month, whatever the case may be. And then you got groups like the movie night that is literally every week. So, we say 22 interest groups, but bottom line, by the end of the month, it ends up being like 30, 40 groups that take place throughout the month.
Yeah, 30, 40 sessions, guys, that take
Uh,
place within these 22 groups you said? So
yeah.
man, we even got culture with Elizabeth. Oh my God, she gets into detail. She has traveled around and she's been to different many places and she does her research and she brings that to us and lets us know a history of a culture, Last time she was doing I think it was Greek. She
Well, no. Last time she did it was actually Japan and the accessibility of the city of Japan. I mean, of in cities within Japan because they have a very large blind, visually impaired community. And she was discussing how they actually have tactile sidewalks. I mean, as you're walking down the sidewalk, it's got a tactile strip that we can follow to keep us from running into street furniture. And it also has a little flare off of it, to let us know, okay, you're approaching a doorway, right? And you can go into that door. It helps you, uh, you know,
and so it gives you
determine.
cues.
Man, I'm telling you. I mean, on the poles in the corner, it's got braille and stuff that tell you exactly what corner you're standing on.
And one question. And people say we're the most richest country. I don't see this around here. You see what they do for disability people, for people that are disabled. And we're the richest country in the world, and we got people complaining about putting this type of stuff on our sidewalks and our signs and making things accessible. Unbelievable. To me, unbelievable.
I mean, it's crazy the way they do. But I mean, again, we just got so much going on with these interest groups, and again, everything is free. And also understand this: within our tech groups, the actual number one priority is yes, we want to teach you new stuff, but the main thing we want to do is get you past the barrier that is holding you back right now. That's what Pedro's talking about when he opens up free form, right? We want to know, okay, what's stopping you from being able to do what you do, what you want to do. Let us help you get past that. That way you can move on. You know what I'm saying? And you can improve your life. You can open up more access to different things within your life. Because our goal, as he said, uh, uh, you know, is just a part of just kind of like the Airbnb in essence, live the life you want, where we actually say, live your best life. That's
Mm-hmm.
all we're trying to do. We're just trying to live our best life, and this stuff is what helps us. And these kind of groups and stuff like that help you to obtain that ability. So, again, come on out, check us out. You know what I'm saying? Tonight, again, we'll be doing getting the most out of your Meta Ray Bans. And then also, man, it's 6 o'clock, and we'll help you out with it. If not, maybe you just might be interested in looking at some Ray Bans and just not sure about it yet. Come on in and listen to us and hear what we say about it. We'll help you make the decision on whether this is an investment you want to make or not.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
it's really, really good.
Yeah, and if you have any questions, um, just come in, and if you have any questions on the Ray-Ban Meta glasses, sorry guys, I'm getting a call at the same time as I'm speaking. But I need to unlink my Mac. But you could come out and ask your question, even if it's a few questions that you may have about the Ray-Ban Meta glasses, how they may able to help you, or how to sign up to the early access program, or how what price ranges or what lenses are you able to get them with prescriptions, a little bit of anything, whatever you may have on your mind, coming into our Ray-Ban Meta group. But also, take a list, take a view our list of our interest groups, and come join us. We have, like I said, 22 different groups. We got crafting, music, culture, Ray-Bans, iPhone, and JAWS, and
Basic
entertainment.
AI.
Oh yeah, I forgot, and I'm the one that teaches it. Basic AI, guys. If you ever wanted to know what application you need to download, which is the right one for you, meaning downloading the right ChatGPT or choosing Gemini, since most of us have a Google account, you may already be have the access to the free Gemini application, guys. And so we teach you that on our AI for beginners. We stay in the beginning stages of prompting. We go over the definition of prompting and what is a prompt, and we keep it on the basic side, guys. If you're a beginner, but if you're an intermediate, I can also answer some of your questions as well.
Right. So, again, come on out. There's always, enough people in the room to where we can make sure we get the information you want. And if by some strange chance we can't, guess what? We'll have that information for you on the next group of that type, whether it's, the technology or the AI stuff, whatever. Again, if we don't have the information, we will definitely get it, and we will have it for you on the next time we visit for that group. So, anyway, if you like what we're doing here on Coffee Time and Blind United, please, please, please run to our Facebook page. Follow us over there, Blind United Incorporated. Okay, like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Okay, if you like these episodes and stuff and that we're doing on YouTube, please run over there, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, comment, share, all that kind of good stuff. It really, really does help, and we would
Mm-hmm.
really, really appreciate it. It helps get the word out. And man, we just appreciate those of you that come in
Mm-hmm.
and join in and hang out with us. So, you got something you want to say on the end of this, Pedro?
Yes, yes. Um, yeah, and thank you for those that have been commenting. Thank you for those for interacting. I know we tell you like, subscribe, and people been liking and sharing. I just want to say thank you to you guys.
Yeah,
You know,
thank you so very, very much. So, anyway, we're going to bring this Wednesday to a close for now. Hopefully, everybody enjoy the rest of your day. Don't get too stressed out. And don't forget to join us tonight at 6 p.m. for getting the most out of your Meta Ray Bans on our Blind United Interest Groups. So, until tomorrow, everybody enjoy the rest of your day. And we'll talk to you again real soon.